And before we look at Schedule D, I'm going to have you flip past those 2 pages and go to the case management cost analysis. And in that first square there.
What sheet are you on now?
It looks like this.
Schedule F?
Next to the last page.
No, the cost. Management cost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's a place there, as you kind of go across in that first box, you've got FY10 and FY9. And this isn't something that even gets sent in with the cost report, but it's just something that they've done and added for our own information. So I went ahead and I filled that in to bring it up and show you guys the difference between fiscal year 09 and 10. And the salaries look a little bit different, and that's based on time spent in the program. So, because I know that question was asked in IDA, with no raises, why is it different? Because it's based on time spent in the program. And benefits accordingly, payroll taxes accordingly. The professional fees, that's what we pay per person we serve every month. But I mean, that's the annual amount. And there's a little bit of difference there because they changed the rate. It's no longer just a certain amount per person. Now it's how many people you serve, and I don't know what the numbers are, but they break it off like, say, 1 to 100 is $6 per person. 100 to 150 is maybe $6.50 a person. I mean, they changed how they charge the agency, and right now we're at $6. Supplies went down a little bit. Phone and internet went down a little bit, and I think some of that is because I changed our cell phone plan to a little bit less expensive one. Postage and shipping, that one surprised me. That's based on actual cost for both, and it's $1 different from one year to the next. The 3,200, that's mileage for personal vehicles and the county car. Conventions and conferences, that went down quite a bit because we did not go to the CCMS conference in the FY10. For a couple years prior to that, we didn't feel like we were getting a lot out of the CCMS conference, so we chose not to go to that, and we went to a mental health conference in Ames instead, which was, first of all, the motels were a lot less expensive, and the conference itself was less expensive, and we really enjoyed the conference. We were glad we went. This year we did go back to the ISAC conference, and we were really happy with what they did this year. So, and of course last year after we didn't go, we got feedback from other people who did go that it was one of the best ones they'd ever gone to. So didn't pay not to go, but that's where the difference comes from there.
It's going to be more and more important in the next 2 years that you attend the ISAC ones, because people are all going to be in the same boat, and hopefully they can help you keep up to speed. Yeah, and we also have, well, not in that one, but where's it at? Training. Maybe it doesn't show up on this one. Carrie and I also have administrative quarterly meetings that we go to for case management, and generally both of us go, but if for some reason there's a schedule conflict, we make sure somebody's going. And then the case managers go on a quarterly basis to, what is it they call that? Advanced case management training. So they continue to offer quite a bit for us. Repairs and expendable equipment, had a pretty good year for repairs. That went down quite a bit. And then the miscellaneous that is not there in FY09, that is our on-call charge and our advertising that goes under that for when we hired LaDonna. And then in the next cost report, advertising for Melissa will go in there. Indirect service costs, that is based on this letter that's on the very front. Our cost advisory services calculate that for us.
And what we were able to use as indirect cost is 16.2%, and that is 16.2% of the total salaries. So it comes up to, where did it go? 20,671. And the reason for the difference there, the rate, I want to say the rate that we were given for 2009 was, I want to say it was 18, almost 19, but I'm not sure without looking.
So why was there a difference?
Well, they tell me that that is based on the difference in the pay involved, and 09 still had Dawn stuff on there too. And time spent in the program. The biggest thing they said was the amount of salaries. But that's, see, I don't know for sure. I'd have to get clarification on that. But that's what they told me when I asked, is it's based on the amount of dollars spent on salaries, benefits, space, but we've been in the same place for a long time. And hers was still included in this. And now, when I did the projected for 11, it's down to like 5-something is the percent. It went down quite a bit once all of Dawn's salary went out of there, and we dropped back a case manager. That's the other piece too. We had an extra staff then. So actual for 10 is the last time that we'll see the higher until it catches up with Melissa being on board. So 2 years of a lower percent, and then it should go back up again. Does that make sense?
Well, it should be the one, shouldn't it?
Well, it'll show up on 2 cost reports. It'll show up on a projected and an actual.
But to actual, it should be.
Yeah. 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 It'll actually make a difference in one.